Hi, coaches. Before we get into it, I just wanted to take you through a couple of bit of equipment that you'll need at training. Now, obviously, players and balls are the main things. Okay, you can accomplish anything. You can go out in the park or on the AstroTurf and just have a kick about. So that's fine. But I thought I'd just give you a bit of information on some things that I've found useful in my coaching career. If you do have a bit of money, or if you can get the players to buy them for you, or get someone to sponsor the team, even better. So let's get straight into it. So, hello, coach. Okay, so I've just listed 6 things here. So, obviously, soccer balls, and then we need bibs, cones or discs. So, cones are above the ground, discs are flat on the ground so they don't interfere with the ball. Some pop up goals or regular goals, poles, and also, if possible, a mannequin. All right, now, and also walking football. Coaching book comes in handy as well. Now let's go through these for you. And I haven't got any affiliate or not sponsored by anyone or anything like that, but I've just found that Forza, I think that's how you pronounce it, they are very reliable. They're very durable, everything like that. So I've had them at one of my football clubs before, and we never have any problems. So they do have an Amazon page, so if you want to head over there. But otherwise, just Google it on the internet or on Amazon and get whichever the cheapest gear that you can find. All right. So these are bibs. So if you can get a pack of probably 20 bibs with 4 different colors, that's ideal. Okay. And yeah, pretty self-explanatory there, but you need it for playing actual games. You can use it for um, tails, what I call tails. You can tuck it in the back of the shorts and then try and pull that out. So that's a game as well. And yeah, and you want to have 3 colors in case you have what I call an overload player. So you might have two teams, but then you want to have a player who plays on both teams. So they might be in blue, and then the 2 teams are in green and red, so that you know that whichever team has possession, that player can be an overload player. So yeah, so bibs are pretty handy. All right, we'll go on to the next one here. I haven't put soccer balls in footballs because you can source them from wherever you want. Now these are discs. So like I said before, they're flat discs. So you can mark out a particular area. And if you've got 2 or 3 games going, I always mark one out in all white and then one in yellow. So you can say, right, you 4 over to the yellow area, you 4 over to the white area. So it's pretty no communication problems there. All right. And also um green, just be careful because chances are you're playing on green turf, so maybe get some bright colors. All right, so that's this. I haven't got cones down, but cones are pretty handy as well if you want some above ground ones. So maybe you want to practice knocking the ball and hitting that cone, or if it's a larger area, sometimes it's good to put the cones in the corners. All right. Let's jump on to the next one. Sorry, it's a bit glitchy there. I don't know what's going on. Oh yeah, these I saw these and you started using them. So these are what's called throwdown pitch line markers. So especially with walking football, if you might have to mark out the goalkeeper's area, so they're just so long, probably 7 or 8 inches wide, and it's just like putting a white marker down. So it's the actual area. So you can put them in instead of having discs, you've got these actual white lines, so it looks more like an actual marked out pitch. So they're well worth the investment. You can get different colors there, but white's the go. And like I said, it's great for marking out the arc on a goalkeeper's area. Right, on to the next one. And we've just got pop-up goals. These are whatever you need to do. If you play on AstroTurf, obviously get some that are just a bit firmer and they've got a harder frame so they can just sit there. If you're on grass, well, you can get whichever ones you want and they just the plugs go into the grass and stay there. Probably worth spending a bit more on goals because they get battered a lot. So initially spend a little bit more and they're going to last a lot longer for you. Now poles here, and once again, you can get poles that go into the grass and poles that have a little base on them. So it depends if you're playing AstroTurf or grass. Once again, make sure that you get the right ones. These have a spring on the bottom, so if you do run into them, they bounce and they not. So that's good for safety as well. And poles are good for weaving in and out of, putting on the corners. You can even use them as mannequins as well, right? So yeah, handy, not essential, but it is handy to have a few poles. And you can also get ones that fold in half, so they're easier to carry and bring to training, and then they just kind of screw in at the halfway point. Now, this is a nice little, you can just get, so football tennis basically. And this is a good one. You can have 4 players going at once. All right, so you practice your volleys, your controls, your chest control. I know you've got to keep it below head height and everything like that. It's got 2 different height levels. Otherwise, you can just get just a basic one, just one that doesn't have 4 sides, just has the one side so you can play 1v1. And the other thing that I've got here is a mannequin. It's always handy to have a mannequin if you don't have enough players and you just want to put a mannequin in goal as the goalkeeper. All right. Practice your free kicks as well. Bend it round them. And this is a base as well. So if you're on AstroTurf, you can get a base that the mannequin goes into. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. And yeah, let's leave it at that.